What's up, you guys? So today I'm not gonna play piano. I really shouldn't be playing until I've practiced enough, but I wanted to tell you about how my week went. So this whole week has been crazy. It's like, so today it's Saturday, and it's been about like 8 or 9 weeks at this point that we've been in this town in Chiapas called San Cristobal de la Casas, and it's one of our favorite places that we've ever been in. We went out with a group of friends last night, and it was just really nice. It was really pleasant. As you can see, the weather right now, it's perfect. It's beautiful. Like, the streets are beautiful. You know, in the few videos that I might have taken of the streets of this town, it's just really nice. Everything is pleasant. People are amazing. Like, everybody is very healing oriented, you know, self-improvement, things like that. Like, there's like a lot of people that are kind of on the same journey as us. For us, we started doing this digital nomad thing, you know, for fun, but also because we wanted to improve ourselves. We wanted to improve our lives. You hear enough people telling you that you're trash all day, including yourself. You hear just you're trash yourself, telling yourself that all day. And so eventually you have to be kind of get to this point where you're like, okay, I have to fix myself, right? I have to fix my life. I have to fix something. So we started doing that, and it's been an incredible journey. And I do feel like very different. I feel like I've changed, but there's just so much more to do. And I can't imagine people trying to be better, trying to feel better, having a better life, whatever, without the time that we've like sort of freed up for ourselves by doing this. But we've decided that we have to leave this town, and we have to leave it this week, because of the diarrhea problem, mainly because of the diarrhea problem. It's like, it's so disappointing because it's one like small problem that basically takes up like everything. We're just always sick all the time, out of breath, like talking. when I talk, it's like that. It's when I go up the stairs, it's like that. Being dehydrated all the time, I think it affects my mood a lot. I feel very intense, but part of that is for other reasons, which I will share in a minute. But just so many changes happening, and so we just decided that we can't keep living like this. Like, no matter how much we love the town, how much we love the people here, we have to just shake it up a little bit. And who knows, the next place might have bacterias too. But we're pretty, our bodies are pretty strong that we can handle like most situations, but I don't know what it is about being here. And I think part of it is also that it's cold. For me, the weather being cold, I think that's like the main thing. It's like, it's just mountain weather, which Bogota was like that. Like I said, it's not bad. I think a lot of people like it, but I don't like it so much. I like when the weather's warm all the time. And it's, you know, for me, like, I have so much anxiety, tightness in my muscles, and my muscles are always like this. And when it's warm, it makes it so that I can like loosen, my muscles can loosen a little bit. And so I don't know if you can tell, but I still have like this crazy rash, and we think like, you know, we think it might be bacterially related. This isn't my shirt, that's why it's so big on me, it's Andrew's. So we think it might be bacterially related. So just health stuff, ups and downs. We've actually been sick for a while, on and off, since Buenos Aires. And we've been just looking for a place where we can just not have to worry about being sick all the time. And yeah, so that's basically where we're at. We decided that we're gonna leave from here, and actually tomorrow, we're gonna leave from here tomorrow. So today is March 2nd? Yeah, wow. So I guess we'll leave from here tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken with the dates. I mean, we made these plans like on the fly, and then we're gonna go to Dallas, and then in Dallas we're going to try to get rid of whatever's left there. I'm in the process of selling my second home in Dallas at a loss, really at a loss. Like, I don't know how you people in Dallas are doing it, but my utility bills have gone up like crazy every month. Having tenants has not helped, because the amount of costs and like taxes, fees, utilities, like the amount of costs that have gone up have not nearly been like covered by tenants. And then there's also the time that, you know, the house was on the market, that there was no tenants, so there's money lost there, and it's like a lot of money lost, and it's like it really hurts. It really hurts to watch your bank account just like shrink so fast, without even it, you know, I'm not there, I'm not using it. Like, how is all this electricity being used, you know, for showings? But it's like, it's a lot of, I don't even know. And these electricity companies and gas, like I've had some, and it's so hard to reach them, to even cancel your accounts with them, your utilities. When you talk to them and you're like, you know, you're like, hey, it looks like there's a mistake in my bill. Like, why are you charging me like $1,000 for a month? Which I'm exaggerating, but like, why are you charging me this much? It doesn't seem natural. And then they'll look at it and they'll find a mistake, but then they'll go back and they'll have like, you know, it's just so much headache. And they won't let you cancel unless you like get on the phone with them during office hours, and good luck trying to reach them, and you know, your internet bill, whatever it is. So I just feel very bogged down with all these things, you know, and that's, I feel bogged down and stressed out, and that is just as a person that doesn't have, I don't work full-time, I don't have a full-time job, I'm a YouTuber. My life, as far as people's lives go, I don't know anybody's life who's more chill than mine. And this stuff stresses me out. And I've you know, I feel like I've been doing stuff long enough that I can confidently say it's not because I'm a newbie, it's just stressful. And I hope that is like in some way consoling or validating to you guys, because I know that literally everybody I talk to is so stressed out. It just feels like everybody I talk to is so stressed out. And the other thing is like, you know, people say things like, money isn't everything. And I agree, money is not everything. I've heard this my whole life, because I grew up, you know, like I said a million times on this channel, my family had a lot of difficulty when I was little, financial difficulty, all kinds when I was little, and then they like, you know, got their shit together, and like, but by the time they did, I was kind of like already developed, and I felt stuck in that old trauma and stresses and all the crazy things that happened. I felt very stuck, and I still do actually. But I heard my whole life, because I went around with this survival fear, this strong survival fear my whole life. And I've just always heard from people around me, forget about when I left my community and I ended up in like, with like, you know, non-Jews. To them, I was like a total stereotype of like a Jew that was like worried about my money all the time, like, you know, worrying about being frugal all the time, and like, you know, I was a total stereotype to a lot of people, and like people always say the same thing to me: money is not everything, money is not everything. And they would sometimes say it in kind of a disrespectful way, in a way that really bothered me. But I really agree that money isn't everything, but like, it feels like if you're just, money isn't everything, and therefore, like, you know, when you do fix your money problems, the problems that are in here are not going to go away. The problems in your life are not going to go away. The problems with your health are not going to go away. You're still going to have to do like so much more work after that, which to me makes it even more important to deal with the money stuff so that you can get to that stuff. Like, you know, people will see someone who has been struggling their whole life, working their whole life, corporate ladder, whatever, and then they'll like quit their job, or they'll lose their job or something, or they'll just retire and they have all this money and they're like, oh, they're so rich now, and then they like lose their mind, they become depressed, they go crazy, they reach psychosis or whatever, and everyone will say, oh, so look, that's proof that money isn't everything. But maybe that's just proof that like now they've had a second to think and they lost their mind because they never had a chance to work on themselves, because this whole time they were just bogged up with money. It's like, you know, nobody wants to be bogged down with money concerns. You know, I don't think anybody does. No Jew wants to. Like, nobody wants to be bogged down with money concerns. But at least you can if you have access to information, you can try to make it easier for yourself. I think that it's really hard for a lot of people, and that's why I wrote my book, HHA, because I don't really like telling people what to do, because I feel like usually when people ask me like, oh, how do you survive? Like, how do you have all this time to like sit around and like make YouTube videos and do cool stuff? I feel like usually when they ask that, they don't really want to know. They just want like a validation or a justification for why like they should just keep doing whatever they're doing, which is fine. Like, if you're if you're feeling okay with yourself in your life, then just keep doing what you're doing. But like, I don't like having to always repeat myself and tell people like, well, this is what I do, this is like how I became financially free or whatever, this is like kind of my personal roadmap, and then have them spit in my face and say, well, you're just privileged, or you're just, you know, like whatever people say when they don't when they don't feel validated in like their own life and they need to use somebody else's life to like validate themselves. It's like, okay, like I understand that, you know, you're happy doing what you're doing, so just keep doing what you're doing. But for people that want really want to know what I did, and it's interesting enough for you that you want to maybe learn about it, I wrote a book. And then I can just say, I wrote a book about it. And it's very detailed, and it has like my whole personal plan mapped out. And maybe it works for you, and maybe it doesn't. But yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But it doesn't go away. The stress doesn't go away just because you paid down some bills and cleared up some debt and freed up your time. It doesn't go away. It takes work, and just like everything in life, you have to really, it has to become your job. Like, this is really my focus. Yeah, it has to become your job. And if you're thinking about having kids, or if you're thinking about actually not even just having kids, like literally anything you do requires a stable mind. Like, I don't even know how, with the crazy mind that I had back in DC, back in Dallas or LA or whatever, like New York City, I don't know how I even survived. Like, how did I even make the money that I made? Because I was such a wreck all the time. I wasn't able to, I was in constant panic mode. Like, and you guys could actually go back and watch some of my videos. I'm still the same person, but like, it was different. I was moving around like I do now, but like way more out of control, like sleeping on people's couches. I was not able to even know how I was feeling. Like right now I'm able to say I'm stressed out because, and I'm able to list why I'm stressed out, why I'm feeling stressed out. And then I can say it, and when I say it, it feels better. When I make these videos, it feels better. I know people like these videos, by the way, because like what I've noticed is that a big, huge release for me happens when I watch other people's videos. of them releasing their feelings, emotions, things that they go through, connecting. It feels really good to know that you're not on this planet all alone dealing with what you're dealing. It feels good to know that you're not crazy, and it feels good to know that you are not like gone and belonging in a mental hospital, which is what I really thought of myself as for a long time, because I would come and say, you know, like, I felt like that a long time in a lot of places that I was, and I sought validation from other people. Other people are going to be only so validating because they still have their own stuff to worry about, and like, especially if they have a lot of things to worry about, they're not going to be able to parent you, because essentially that's what it is, parenting. It's like, you know, a lot of us have been underdeveloped for whatever reason as children. You know, could be a financial loss, trauma, whatever happened in your life. You might not have had parents. You might be an orphan. You might like have been really sick. I know people like that have been like just sick their whole life. They had like surgeries when they were little and all these things, and it like, when your system is just so overloaded with all these things, like, you're not able to develop fully. So when you even get to a place of feeling financially stable, that's when you're not able to be happy. That's when you're able to finally start feeling the things that your body wanted to feel, but it wasn't able to, because you're just so overloaded. And so like, that's when you're able to finally start unraveling. And then you see a lot of people that are like, you know, adults, they're like much older, but they look and act like a little child or like a baby. And you're like, oh, like, they became crazier since they became older. And it's like, I really think that people didn't necessarily become crazier. Like, a lot of times you see people like becoming more babyish or more childlike. I don't know, John McAfee or whatever, like people just going crazy when they're older, but only because they've reached a certain level of security that they're even able to know what they're feeling inside. Because like, the majority of people are so overloaded, especially in like very highly industrialized big metropolitan cities, like so overloaded that they don't even know that they're feeling things. Like, they don't even know what's going on. They're just instinctively their body is on autopilot doing things the best way that it knows how, just for survival, like basic survival, not even living, not even knowing what living is for, what they want to do. Alex and Layla Hermosi talk about this all the time. Like, we want to become rich enough. The goal is to make enough money so that we can like sit and ponder the meaning of life and what the point of making money is. And like, these people work so hard to build like multi-million-dollar businesses so that they can like maybe someday do that. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to wait. You just have to change your outlook on things a little bit. That's, you know, what a lot of people do when they move to another country. And people say like, oh, but if you move to another country so that you can save money and become financially free. And that's not the only thing. There's so many ways to do it. There's like so many little pieces of this strategy, but I think people are stuck in ways of thinking that just keep them not able to fix their problems. Like, for example, I think like a lot of people are just stuck to the idea of jobs. They're like, oh, if I move to Mexico, like, where can I get a job? And you're like, you're not supposed to get a job. The whole point of moving offshore is so that you can start a business and you can hire people for cheaper, because it's supposed to be easier to find people that will work for cheaper outside of the US. So like, you know, people will try to be wage slaves. People will try to replicate their wage slave life. It's not necessary to be a wage slave. It's okay if you enjoy it. It's okay, and sorry for calling it if you enjoy it. I'm not sorry for calling it that. You just have to not watch my channel because I'm just gonna keep calling it that. But you know, it's okay if you enjoy that life. And some people, I know they really do. And it's like, oh, like some people really do, and they'll be like talking to me and they'll be like, oh, like I need to do this, but I need to do this, and I need to be a wage slave. It's like, you do you, boo. I'm burned out from being a wage slave, so I just feel like insulting it. I'm just burned out, but it's okay if you're not burned out. That means that you're a very strong person. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. And people are like so stuck to the idea of like, oh, but businesses are for people that are like really rich, because the only people that they know in the States that have businesses are like super rich, and they're paying employees like 6-figure right off the bat, and they're getting like these big huge investments. Like that stuff is just so silly to me, because it's like, you don't have to do that. You can, you know, a business is just, I can go outside and give people hugs and get charge $5 per hug, and that's my business. Like, what is a business to you? You know, it doesn't have to be a big huge factory, but people are so stuck in this idea of like everything has to be so big and official and expensive and complicated. People just complicate their lives, and like, you know, at that point, nobody can really save you from like this mentality that you have. Like, people can kind of like teach you how to get certain goals, very specific goals, but nobody can teach you to not have those goals in the first place. You have to travel and see the world and see how other ways of living, so that you know that everything in the world is not, you don't have to live the way that you do, and you don't have to have the problems that you do. I think that I just need a lot of release, which is like a big reason why, you know, we started doing this. And a big reason why I like warmer weather too is like, I like water sports. I like doing stuff that I can be physically active. I'm gonna miss this town a lot, by the way, because we've met some really, really, really awesome people here. We've healed a lot. I did a human design reading in this town. If you haven't seen it yet, I recorded it, but also basically human design, it's like this, basically someone who's an expert in reading your birth chart, like your takes your birthday and where you were born, time that you were born, and like basically maps out who you are, your strengths, limitations, everything, and that's called human design, and puts it on a graph and basically explains to you everything. And it was really validating to it was really validating to have a session like that, which we recorded, and it's in the description. It was really validating to have a session where like someone actually was like, yeah, you're like this, and you're like this, and this is your purpose, and it's okay. And it's like, wow, these are all things that I always just thought of myself as a problem. Like, I'm a communicator, but I always thought of it as a problem because I talk too much, because I've been told my whole life that I talk too much. I have so much to say. I don't think I talk too much. But if you don't tell yourself that, if you don't like at least find the permission to be whatever you are, get a human design reading, or tell yourself it in the mirror if you feel strong enough to do so. Like, if you don't like allow yourself to have permission to be whatever you are, no one's gonna give it to you, because nobody can care about you more than you. Nobody can give you the validation that even your parents were not willing or able to give you. And I'm sorry to say this, but like, you have to hear it in order to do literally anything in life. If your parents were not able to give you certain needs, meet certain needs for you, long-term, whether needs for love, for feeling heard, for knowing how to emotionally self-regulate, needs for feeling worthy of space and time, like whatever those needs are that you weren't able to get from your parents, whose job it was to give you those needs, who like they brought you on the planet with, you know, knowing that they're probably going to have to give you some of those needs, and it wasn't your choice. Like if your parents weren't able or willing to do that for you, what makes you think that strangers will? Even someone that really loves you, if someone was willing to give you what your parents were not willing or able to give you, that person probably has issues. And that's why like a lot of people say like relationships can be healing. Like a lot of my deficits in my personality, I could, you know, take my boyfriend, he's older, right? I could just say, oh, he'll just be my replacement parent that will help me develop like the parts of my brain that I haven't developed as a child. And yeah, like it can be very healing, but at the same time, like if he was able to be and like undo everything that was a problem when I was a child, and then be everything that like on top of that, as a full parental figure that was like completely selfless, like with me kicking and screaming, and he can do a lot of that, but it's like it would actually really bother me. It would actually really bother me if he was, because that would mean that he had no sense of self. That would mean that he had no love for himself, that he was willing to be like a total punching bag or doormat for somebody else. And a lot of people end up in those kind of things. So like you always want to be operating with the knowledge that nobody is going to save you. I'm gonna go inside because I don't want to be. I don't want to be doing this outside while there's like people. Woo! There's Andrew. Babe, smile for the camera. Nice haircut. Looks really good. It's like I feel really proud that Andrew did not shave his beard, because everybody has been telling Andrew not to shave his beard, and he was shaving it a lot before, to the disappointment of a lot of people. So. Love you too. So Andrew's about to meet my parents, which is very exciting and very scary for me, because like I'm scared that they're gonna basically tell him that he has to get circumcised and that he has to convert to Judaism. What are your thoughts, babe?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah, Andrew's gonna be very diplomatic here. Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot.
That's a big question.
Yeah, it's a really big question. I literally just remember that because I saw you. I wouldn't, but now it's too late. So
we're planning family, and I already got my nether regions cut up this year to reverse a vasectomy. So I'm not afraid to go through it again. However, I don't want to be Jewish, so I'm gonna have to politely decline.
You don't want to cut your pee-pee again?
I don't think it's necessary.
Oh well, so sad.
But I would.
I'm kidding. I actually, yeah, I know that Andrew would for me, but actually I really would not want it.
The question is not if I would get myself cut down there again. The question is, do I want to be Jewish? And no, I don't think I want to be Jewish, so.
Yeah, the dimples are too cute.
nor is it necessary. So.
Well, it's a nice haircut too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some like hair stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's pretty good. So yeah, last day in San Cristobal, we're kind of soaking it up and enjoying it. And I went for my last haircut here, and yeah, we had coffee in a really cute cafe earlier. But
yeah, it's really bittersweet because this town is actually really, like I said, it's like really awesome town, and there's just like a really good, healthy vibe going around. But who knows? Maybe the next place, which I haven't shared yet, so I'm not going to say it, but maybe the next place will be really, 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 and I'm not talking about Dallas, but will be really, really awesome. And yeah, we just have to get through this week. We're literally going to be traveling like the whole like 6 days straight. And I like, part of me even wants to back out of the meeting with my parents just because it's like I don't even know what they're gonna do, what they're gonna say. Like, I don't even know if I can handle the stress of like thinking about it, because like we're also gonna be running on not a lot of sleep. Like we're gonna be like literally every single night we're gonna be in another part of the world, except for in Dallas, we're gonna be there for 2 nights. So other than Dallas, which will be there for 2 nights, this whole week, every single evening, we're gonna be in another part of the world. Like all over the world. On stops, layovers, overnight stays, like literally like there's layover in airport, then we're gonna go to an Airbnb, go back to the airport. Like it's gonna be a lot of crazy traveling just because we planned, just because the way like what we needed to accomplish and do, it's just yeah. But I'm basically just holding on. I'm telling myself that like this is just like a mental hole that I'm in right now, because we're like about to get on a plane again, and that's so like that's so stressful in my head. But then the other side of it is going to be really, really cool stuff that we actually planned for this time, and we actually like really did a lot of research. And anyways, I'm totally rambling. Babe.
Yeah.
What do you feel like doing at the moment?
What do I feel like doing at the moment?
Yeah. Sorry that I have the camera rolling. It is...
I feel like going through San Cristobal one last time, like seeing the town, walking around a little bit, and really enjoying it, because San Cristobal is an absolutely wonderful town.
Yeah.
It's we've been
really
sick
nice
the
town.
whole time.
I'm not just saying that, like it's actually really nice.
Yeah. I mean, we've been traveling around, quite a bit. And San Cristobal is always going to have a special place in my heart. And the town itself is cute, it was great, but we made so many friends. Like, not that we made friends, we were introduced to a bunch of friends. So we have really good friends here. They invited us to the town, and we just got accepted into their friend circle, and it was amazing, and I really appreciated everybody I met.
I really hope we see them again.
I know.
I'm actually sad that we won't see we might not see a lot of people for a while.
Yeah.
Like our primary friends here, they're so cool.
They are. Like, we are so lucky to have such great friends here. Like, we'd been in Buenos Aires and we were in Tulum, we were feeling kind of isolated, and we came here and they really made us feel like home, so. Yeah,
and I feel like they're very validating, because I feel like they're their trajectory is like kind of similar to ours, and they're also thinking of family like around the same time as us.
Yeah, it was really good. A lot of good conversations, and we were able to, kind of go through that with them, and they're planning family, and we're planning a family, and so we have a lot in common. But yeah, my neck is like so itchy. It's just randomly itches.
Should we go give a tour?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna finish my tea. Okay, we're gonna do like a final tour of San Cristobal. And This place, I'm actually like, we're gonna be giving up on. We already paid rent for the next 3 weeks, basically. So we're gonna be like losing rent on this place for the next 3 weeks. Literally 3 weeks is what the rent that we paid that we're not gonna be here for. But it's okay because the cost of our rent is continuing to go down like all the time. Like also another thing, yeah, I've already said this probably, but like a lot of people will travel, they'll kind of do the digital nomad thing, and they'll say they'll like just stick to digital nomad places, like they'll stick to Selena's, like where we stayed in the beginning. They'll stick to just the gringo cafes and things like that, and they'll end up spending a lot, like maybe just almost the same as in the States, and sometimes even more. And they'll be like, oh, like it's not really cheaper, like what's the point? But it is actually cheaper. It's just that you're doing gringo stuff. Should I bring my jacket? It's kind of cold out, right? Yeah, it's getting cold. Yeah, the weather changes. It's like really warm. Ah. Oh, that's not me. So this is in another video that I didn't end up putting on the channel because there's a lot of videos that I will never use on the channel. But we actually, on Valentine's Day, we went to a game store and Andrew bought this. It's chess, because we've been playing a lot of chess. Maybe we'll film it at some point. But we've been playing a lot of chess, and we wanted to get something like this because we'll be on a plane for a really long time. So we wanted to be able to just, you know, play chess on the plane. It's like magnet. And we've gotten pretty good at it. Like, it's gotten to the point where we both keep outperforming each other, and the games will sometimes go on for really long because we are just too good at the game at this point. All right. So sad. I'm gonna say goodbye to this place. And how pretty is this? How, like, I love these lights, the floor lights, you know, the kitchen, the way everything looks. Usually those lights are on. All right. I'm gonna put on my jacket. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this. I might not even use this video, to be honest. There's so many videos that I haven't used, but I might use it, so. There's a lot of videos that I probably won't. Well, maybe you should goof off, because I feel like that's what people want to watch.
Is Andrew goofing off?
Maybe you should start goofing off. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think I guess it's not just everybody, but I feel like a lot of people, like myself, really appreciate just raw, like, let's hang out. Although I feel self-conscious to go outside with this.
Dude, you're getting on a plane literally tomorrow, and nobody here is ever going to see you again.
But they might.
No, they won't.
And they might judge me.
I don't think you're cool.
Or they'll think I'm annoying because I just keep putting a camera on everybody, and they won't have their privacy.
Just do it. You're good.
I'm so sad. I'm saying goodbye to this place. We're gonna be in a different city literally every night this week. Mm-hmm. Except Dallas will be 2 nights.
Where do you want to go?
Now?
Yeah.
Should we go like I don't know.
road you could walk down.
Country road?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, let's go there. And then, you're not hungry, right? It's too early, right?
No, it seems to be about dinner time. You want to stay in town maybe a little bit? So we're close to food.
No, let's go walking on that country road.
Okay.
I gotta say, I'm really surprised by how comfortable you are in camera, because like with rolling camera, like without even preparation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is kind of like the least comfortable thing. Like it's more of an exercise for myself in becoming more comfortable in my own skin. But I feel like for other people, it's like even people that are used to being on camera, it's really uncomfortable for them to have like a rolling camera on.
It's kind of one of those things. There's not much you can do about it. I mean, it's there, it's on. Like
you could tell me to turn it off.
No, it's like you know, what else is there to do? Once you're on it, you're on it. You might as well just be yourself.
Yeah, I guess. I do think that it really helped me. Like when I was in DC, I used to do. Oh, what? What? What's there?
I think we can keep going.
Okay. Well, when I was in DC, I used to do these like every single day for hours. Yeah. Live streams. I would live stream. So it's like, you know, come high or high water or whatever it's called, hell or high water. Like I would sit there at 8 o'clock and I would do the live streams, and I do think that it really helped me. I feel like it made me more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, to just be a drop more authentic. And for me, it's not like, oh, I wanna be authentic because I want to impress people, but it's more just, you know, in DC it was like, I just don't want to be lonely because nobody can relate to me and nobody understands me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I look and act like a cave woman because I just left the community.
I don't think it's possible for you to look like a cave woman.
So tell us more about you.
Well, that's a really broad question.
What are your hobbies?
What are my hobbies?
What do you like?
Walking around with you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Playing chess.
Yeah.
Climbing.
Yeah, climbing is
fun.
Yeah.
Running.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I love running, but we haven't been able to run because we've been really sick. So.
Yeah. Careful not to spill where we're gonna be. Dancing?
No.
Andrew loves dancing.
I don't love dancing. That's not true.
Oh. Matching! They didn't even notice. Oh, like, I didn't too close my face. Match.
I texted Jason and asked him if he wants to try on my two suit jackets.
Oh, nice.
The sport clothing suit jacket.
What did he say?
I don't know. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, there's so many things that I guess we're gonna have to leave behind here. And we can just give people the code to come in and grab it and leave. Should we? Should we what? Like, that beautiful home is gonna be sitting there with nobody in it. Look at this dog. Hello, dog.
Try to talk the guy into giving us a refund.
I could ask him.
It won't hurt.
Yeah, I'll ask him. I'll say like, hey.
Yeah, so we bailed out of an Airbnb early because we just kind of wanted to get out of here because we were so sick.
Yeah. And we did that in Buenos Aires too.
Yeah, we did.
How early did we do Buenos Aires?
What?
Oh, that's so cute, that car. That car. Alright. How early did we leave from Buenos Aires?
I think about a month as well. We're doing the same thing here, leaving a month earlier than we thought.
Yeah, because we were so sick in Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
I feel like we get sick. I don't know. Buenos Aires was... We were supposed to spend 3 months in Buenos Aires and we ended up leaving a month early. It's like 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months in. And Buenos Aires was surprisingly expensive in certain ways.
It was. You know, it's when you don't have your base set up, when you're not comfortable, when you don't have a system down, you know, you tend to spend more on like going out and transportation and
Yeah.
you know, when you're not in a place where you're comfortable and you're trying to make yourself comfortable, that's how you spend money.
Yeah.
But when you have a good Airbnb or a good hostel or whatever, and you're, you know, you like spending time there, you have good friends to hang out with, you know, you have your favorite coffee shops picked out or places you like to go or walk or go running, then you start spending less money, you know?
Yeah. Like, even, you know, playing a game, like playing Catan or something.
Yep.
The value that you get from that, like if it was from something that wasn't friends related and you just had to like
well, so we get to a certain place and there's this temptation that once we get somewhere that we sit down and we start working on our projects.
Yeah.
But the important thing is when you're traveling, like we are, and you want to stay somewhere for like, you know, 3 to 4 months, is that you explore as soon as possible. You explore the appropriate places to work, to eat, where you want to spend time. You get the transportation systems down. You learn where to rent bikes or scooters. Because the sooner you figure out the system, the quicker you're going to start saving money.
Yeah.
So really, it's worth the time investment to actually do that and to just explore the town that you're staying in.
Yeah, much agree. Yeah, I very strongly agree. Like there's like the exploring cost of first getting to a place. This is actually such a beautiful scene, like this walk. Yeah, and surprisingly, like places where we did the most research before going, I think, or no, Tulum we didn't spend a lot.
No, but we also explored the town pretty good.
Yeah.
And we already kind of knew Tulum a little bit, I think.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
and it wasn't very big, like it wasn't hard to explore.
Yeah. We knew how we would get around, we knew what we would eat. We knew where we were gonna go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Are you out of breath?
No. Not yet.
How many pounds have you lost since receiving Montezuma's revenge?
I've dropped about 20 pounds.
Nice.
So, yeah, I weigh I haven't weighed this much since being a teenager, so, which is...
Sorry.
Just slightly concerning. You know, everybody wants to lose weight, but there's a point where you lose too much. Too much, too quick. It's not a good thing anymore.
I feel bad to all this.
Alright, so we're walking down into this valley. So this is kind of like on the edge of San Cristobal.
Yeah. Doesn't let me flip the camera, so Andrew's phone does that, which makes me kind of jealous. Because then, like, once I start, I have to just leave it in that side. I can't switch it. I was in a really bad mood earlier.
Yeah. She was.
I'm not. I told myself I wouldn't like just talk to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I would just do other things that I'm doing. But I feel, yeah, getting used to doing that. Look, it's a store. They're selling stuff. They're buying and selling stuff. Do you know that, babe? Do you know that we're so used to this? We're so used to this, like, just... This would look so, like, if we were still living in Dallas right now, or in the States, like, this would look so... Everything here would look so foreign to us. We're used to it now.
Yeah.
Like, we're used to things not looking USA-ish.
Yep. It's true.
And well, we'll be in Dallas, so we can see.
It's gonna be weird. Going back to the US is gonna be very weird.
Yeah. Where should we go?
Where should we go? Well, we have a lot of chores we need to get done. The only reason why we're going back to Dallas is because we got stuff we need to get done.
Yeah, because we have to.
So there's getting your car out of storage and selling it.
Yeah, there's getting stuff, which, by the way, we can stay at the condo.
Yeah, I saw that text message. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that car is gonna even have like air in the tires. It might be sitting on the rims, like might not start. Like I have to.
If that happens, what should we do? Should I call like AAA? Or I don't know.
Do you have AAA?
I have.
And why would you have AAA?
I don't have AAA. No,
okay.
I don't have AAA, but I have a AAA card that belongs to my dad.
Okay. So, yeah, I need to research what we need to do with the car that's been sitting for 2 years.
How pretty is that? Well, you can't tell, so I'll show you. Yeah, like if the car is just, if it runs out of air, like the wheels, tires. It's my first shot. And like how we're used to seeing families on a motorbike, like that whole family right there on a motorbike. It's we don't see that in the States.
No, that is
like a mom, pop, and children
riding on the back of a motorcycle. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of makes me nervous.
Yeah. Walmart car. This car is a Walmart. Should I say goodbye? Because it's almost an hour long.
Show me the valley real quick.
Okay.
So this is the valley that we were talking about, and like you have the water system down here, and that kind of feeds the crops. But yeah, we're on the edge of town, and like if we look up at the hills, you'll see that we're just kind of up in this big valley here. It comes down into these farm fields.
Yeah.
And like you can see out, there's usually like white cranes that are like flying through here.
Oh, and there's a guy with a wheelbarrow. Can't see. I'm trying to be very professional in the way I hold it.
So back when we were running, we would run down this road here because there's that many flat streets that are wide enough for people to run. So this was our running track.
Yeah. We looked pretty hot running on this track.
Yes, we did.
With our tight running shirts. That's actually one of my favorite things to do, is to find a new place and go running.
Yeah.
Like in Buenos Aires, I loved running in like by the water in Buenos Aires.
Yeah. There was a port there that we used to run, and it was cold. It was windy, right?
Yeah.
Like we had to wear like hoodies and stuff when we ran, but it was pretty good. Bogota was pretty good for running. There's a bunch of good running trails.
Yeah, Bogota was pretty good, and I liked like listening to music, like you know, energetic music.
Medellin was really difficult for running because it's so hilly. Like you couldn't find flat terrain very easy.
Yeah.
Ecuador was impossible to run in.
Yeah, Ecuador was impossible. So muddy, and there was like no sidewalks.
Yeah.
Even in Puerto Lopez, they have sidewalks? No. In that like... I'm already out of breath.
We ran in Playa del Carmen.
Yeah, we ran. Oh yeah, that was actually fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
It's just very hot.
Tulum running was difficult, but we found a good place to run in Tulum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were in an underdeveloped area. We found a really good deal on a hotel in Tulum, like a really good deal on like a all-inclusive resort, spa resort. But it was in a part of town that didn't have roads or sidewalks or anything.
Yeah.
So like you walked outside of the hotel and it was, you're just in the dumps.
Tulum's interesting. It's like this city that's springing up from the jungle, and it's just very odd. You'll have like these brand new neighborhoods built and just ready for people to move in, and then there's like dirt roads and jungle like the next block over.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Okay, fine. Anyways, we won't tell them about the next place, but I'm really excited for that.
They'll figure it out soon enough.
Someone's playing musical instruments there. There's like families just sitting there. There's just families sitting outside. It's like a Saturday, granted. They're just sitting outside, chilling with the kids, just sitting. I feel like people say like, that's so pretty. People say like, get a job. But like, why? Like, these people are living. There's a guy who's naked on his... I don't know if I caught that, but there was a guy that was naked on it, standing on the roof of his house.
Well, he had pants on. He was shirtless.
Oh yeah, he was shirtless. Okay. What else? Should I say anything? Should I say anything, or should I tell everybody anything before signing off?
Whatever you want.
Guys, I'm just really sorry that you spent the past hour watching this. What are you doing with your life, dude? What are you doing? Okay, bye.